Hello everyone, this is a battle report of a Warhammer Fantasy Battle, 2400 points, that I did against myself, Chaos versus Bretonnians. This is what the battlefield terrain setup looked like. Very standard, pretty balanced, got something on every side, woods in the middle. The Chaos list, from left to right, 5 Knights, Mark Corrin, full command, 5 Warhounds behind that, 2 blocks of 20 Corrin, Warriors with halberds, behind them the 2 characters, a Lord on Barded Steed with shield, Axe of Corrin, Mark of Corrin, Guy on foot, Mark of Corrin, shield and halberd, 5 Marauder Horsemen, Mark Corrin with flails, 15 Chosen, full command, Mark of Corrin with halberds, 30 Flail Marauders, Mark of Corrin, War Shrine, 2 more squads of 5 Warhounds. The Chosen champion also has the Favor of the Gods for 5 points. And I believe that does it for the Chaos. Wait for the next slide here. The Bretonnians tried to do an all peasant army. 2 squads of 20 peasant bowmen with full command, braziers, 2 squads of 50 men-at-arms, full command, 2 squads of 30 men-at-arms, full command, squad of 30 Grail Reliquew, and then 2 squads of 5 mounted yeomen with shields and musicians. I also had Trebuchet. I had a paladin with the virtue of the peasant, or the virtue of empathy. I had a lord with sword of heroes and the shield and heavy armor that give him weapon skill 10. I had a level 4 prophetess, and then a BSB on foot as well with the virtue of empathy. So, these are my dice rolls for the lore of life. For my prophetess's magic, I rolled 3 4s and a 2, so I took the number 2 spell, traded the 4 spell for the spell of the lore, and then picked the other 2 spells. Basically, I got everything I wanted this way, so it was really nice. Okay, here's what the battlefield looked like after both sides deployed. Chaos, heavy center, Bretonnians, heavy center as well, as heavy as you can get with an all-peasant army, the 2 blocks of 50, and then the bowmen on that side. So, another image from the Bretonnian point of view, I guess, from the Chaos point of view. It felt really good, even though this is a proxy battle. I forgot to mention that earlier. Yes, this is a proxy battle. Go vomit now. It felt really good deploying all that stuff. Chaos turn 1, because Bretonnians prayed. Even though they don't have any knights, they still prayed for their characters and stuff. Not much happened. The whole battle line moved. All the units moved. Warhounds go up, trying to do something. I don't know anything. The Warhounds on the very left, image coming up here in a second, you'll see better, charged the mounted yeomen who vanguarded before the game began, and they made it, but they all got, or at least there was 1 casualty inflicted on each side, and since the mounted yeoman had a musician, no, sorry, there's 1 casualty inflicted on the Warhounds, and, 0 casualties inflicted on both, and there was a musician, and they won combat. Warhounds failed, and they got overrun. Bretonnian turn 2, the same yeoman squad turned around. The yeoman squad on the very far right, trying to do something with the knights there, trying to march block them, see what's going on. Looks like they also fired at the Marauder Horsemen, inflicted a casualty. And then that's really it. Oh, the Trebuchet inflicted 3 casualties on the warrior squad in the middle. The peasant bowman inflicted 1 casualty on the squad on the far left. And that's it for that. Not a whole lot more happening this early phase. I also believe the bowmen on the far right fired at the knights, but with no, I'm sorry, they fired at the warhounds and they wiped the warhound squad out. So chaos turn 2. Alright, here not too much happening. Once more, everything kind of moved up. No charges in the center. On the left side, however, the squad of 30 marauders charged the Gororoku and beat them in combat. And even though the Gororoku has stubborn leadership 8, they failed their test and they were not within 12 inches of the BSB. So they fled, and the marauders caught them. So that was unfortunate. I was hoping that that they would pass their test and really mess up the marauders. But anyways, that did not happen. So Bretonnian turn 2. The men-at-arms decided to charge the knights. Charge or be charged. Playing an army like this with all peasants and stuff, it's all about the men. It's all about the glory of the men. So I was like, what the hell. So I'm going to charge them and get the +1 bonus for charging. Who knows? Maybe something will happen. There is a paladin in that squad. The Chaos Lord challenged, and of course the paladin accepted. I mean, he's going to get killed either way, so I figured might as well accept, see what's happening. I issued a challenge to myself and I accepted. So things didn't go too well for the paladin. He got killing blowed and did no wound in the back or anything, because he died. Dead. He's dead. Over here, turned my squad of 30 men-at-arms around to face the back of the marauder horsemen. The marauders. My yeomen behind them as well. So that's basically all that happened there. I moved my prophetess out of her squad of 50. And put her behind the battle line. I should have done the same thing with my BSB, because you'll see why here, I believe, next turn. Chaos turn 3. That center battle line, the Chaos battle line, clashes with mine, men-at-arms. The men-at-arms squad on the far right that got charged by the knights held. They held because of their stubborn leadership there, and they actually passed. They needed stubborn leadership 6, and I believe they got 6. So that's just 8th edition rules at its best right there. Heavy casualties in the center for the men-at-arms, but same scenario. They both passed because their ranks, and they had stubborn leadership 9 because of the general lord, the Bretonnian lord there in the center. I believe he was on the right squad, the one that's mostly black. That was that. Those two squads, the Chosen succeeded in their charge. The Chaos Warrior succeeded in their charge. The Warrior squad in the middle, however, failed its charge, and that kind of stuck it there for a couple of turns because it couldn't get in between those two squads. And this is one of my I'm not very experienced with 8th edition, but after reading the rule book, after playing this game once more, I found out that I could have moved down the squads and gotten that other squad into combat. So, Bretonnian turn 3. not much more happened. The Men-at-Arms squad on the far right finally died. The peasant bowmen charged the side of the